Hey there. Do you have a minute?
Mary, absolutely. Come in, come in.
I was having lunch in your commissary with my son, the op-ed columnist.
Yuck, it's Wednesday. That's meatloaf. Was it awful?
Passable. Anyway, I called in for messages and I got yours, so I thought, well, I'm here. Why not?
I'm delighted to see you, I think. Sit down.
What's happening?
I just wanted to tell you that after a rather awful mishap, during which my daughter got her hands on your sexually explicit tape, I actually managed to complete my assignment.
And you recorded your responses?
Beautifully, I did, yes. There you go.
Good girl.
Although I would ask you not to leave it in the ladies' room because it would be the end of my career as a journalist.
Or a start of another one as a best-selling author?
I don't think so. A bit tame for that yet. But I have hopes. Actually, I had a very nice low-keyed evening at home last night with Clint.
Huh? By low-keyed, you mean?
Agreeable and modestly intimate in a sort of a non-threatening way.
Could you be more specific?
I was able to tolerate his arm around my shoulders for a little while.
Uh-huh. Definite progress.
Yes, well, I thought so, although it also made me realize how very far I have to go.
Well, there's no big rush.
No. That's what I keep telling my daughter. Actually, she was so appalled by what she saw on the tape that I think that alone will slow her down for a little while.
That must have been awkward for you.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to discuss it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I said that what she saw was just mechanics, lacking any of the emotion I hope would accompany her experience.
And were you able to deal with why you would have a tape like this in the first place?
Yeah, to some extent. I mean, I told her something about the problems that I'm having and why I'm seeing you, and she was sympathetic. I don't think she understood the depth of it.
Well, it can't hurt for her to know that this kind of help is available.
Oh, no, of course not. No, I'm just a little concerned because if she knows that I'm in therapy with you, I think it's going to get her hopes up about my reconciling with her father.
Vicky, excuse me, I've got some column ideas.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'll get it. I'll get it.
I got it. Now, these must be yours, right? Oh, I'm sorry, yours? Whoops.
Hey, why the back door?
Isn't that where deliveries come? Mushrooms, celery, onions, tomatoes, bread, fresh Parmesan, olive oil. Did I miss anything?
Maybe the part where you started moonlighting for Simonella's.
Not. But it is a beautiful, cold, crisp night with a hint of snow in the air and Christmas right around the corner.
Yeah?
It's the kind of night my mom used to call a soup night. So I thought soup, I thought aquacata, I thought Joey, who promised to teach me how to make it.
Right. Are you okay? I mean, you just seem a little over the top.
Me, I'm fine. I couldn't be better. I'm probably overcompensating.
Ah. Well, doesn't that get annoying? Therapist always being onto yourself?
It can be. But sometimes it's efficient. You know, you slice right through the negative emotion and take action.
Like make soup.
Learn to make soup.
Would it be rude for me to ask what you're overcompensating for?
Oh, being closer to down than up, I suppose. I'm missing my mother even more than usual this time of year. She's very big on Christmas. So I knocked off early and bought out Simonella's and came on over. I didn't call because I didn't want to give you the chance to say no.
Huh. I would never say no to a woman bearing fresh Parmesan.
I figured.
Hello?
Since you passed on the stars last night, I was wondering if I could interest you in a sunset.
It's a very attractive offer, but I don't think I'd be any more fun than I was last night.
You are good company, even in a bad mood. And I was thinking that a drink aboard the Fortune Hunter would raise your spirits. You know, it still has that nice new yacht smell.
Ian, I don't know. Actually, I'm amazed that you even found me here. I just stopped by for 5 minutes to pick up some clothes.
Well, it's fate then, which means you must come.
You know what? I'd love to. Frankly, I don't want to spend any more time in this house than I have to.
Great. See you in an hour or so?
Yeah, I'll see you there. Oh, Dorian.
I couldn't help overhearing you on the phone just now.
I bet you couldn't.
Sounded as if you're planning to move out.
No, I'm just going to stay a few nights at Cassie's, that's all.
Why?
Why not? Excuse me, I'm going to get some clothes.
Wait, please. I cannot help but be concerned that if you go to Cassie's, you'll spend all your time nursing your grievances against me.
Now, why would I do that? Why would I have any grievances against you? You've always been so good to us.
That sarcasm hurts, and I don't deserve it. I have always done everything I could to keep this family together. I did everything I could for your mother.
Yes, you did, and then some.
Ever since we came back from California, you have been behaving as if somehow I was to blame for everything that's gone wrong, as if I was responsible for your mother's condition.
Because you are. And you know damn well you are.
One life to live.
I beg your pardon. And, yours too, Skipper. So, I guess you're busy. I'll see you later.
I am so sorry for not considering your privacy in coming here.
Nah, come on.
But if that man had ever learned to knock on a door...
Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Actually, Mel is probably the least judgmental person I've ever met in my whole life. Well, of course, you know that because you raised him to be that way.
Yes, he's pretty good on that count, but I have never been able to curb his curiosity about other people's business.
Probably a good thing, too. He would never have been such a good journalist if you had. And he's also very discreet. You know, I really don't have a problem with him catching on. I suspect he probably already knows that I'm human.
Well, it's a good thing you have a sense of humor about it. That's going to come in handy. But next time, we meet in my office when the real work starts.
Ahoy. Ian, I'm so glad I found you here.
Yeah, you did. How are you, Blair?
Well, things have been pretty dreadful as of late, as you know.
Yes, I can imagine. I did stop by the other day at your house when I heard about the kidnapping and the unfortunate consequences.
Yeah. Thank you.
The money that you borrowed the other day, that was for it, wasn't it, the ransom?
Yes, it was, and I wanted to tell you the truth. I mean, Max had, well, he had no idea that I was going to ask you for $750,000, but I knew that you would be generous and not even ask me for an explanation.
Yeah, just to be sure, you still invoked my sister's name.
Well, Max,
No,
I wanted Max.
No, it was the right thing to do. Absolutely. I mean, it's what Maggie would have wanted.
Yes.
I mean, had I known, I would have gladly given Max the whole amount.
And I know that about you, too. Well, that's why I wanted the truth, just to come out.
Well, I appreciate it, but you didn't need to make a trip all the way over here on just for that. I mean, you must be exhausted.
What? I look that bad?
No, not at all. It would just stand to reason that you need some rest, so I suggest, you know, that you get some.
No, really, actually, I don't need any rest. What I want to do is to do something because Max, he won't let me do anything for him.
Well, I just wish there was something I could do for you.
Your company would be nice. And maybe a glass of this wonderful champagne. Unless you were saving it for another occasion.
You know what? I shouldn't have said that. All right, just forget it.
Wait a minute, young lady. You don't make an accusation like that, leave it hanging in the air, and then just walk off.
I took it back.
It doesn't work that way. You have given me a glimpse of the resentment that's inside your heart, and you're not giving me the chance to defend myself. We have got to get past all of this unfounded anger. We're not going to be able to do that unless we get everything out in the open. So why is it that you think that I am responsible for your mother's condition?
I don't. This is a sick situation. It's making all of us sick.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's making us sick with worry and with sadness. You think I don't understand? I do.
Oh, I wish I could understand.
Kelly, you're miserable because of your mother's condition, because we have to take her back to California and put her in the institution again. That broke your heart. It broke mine, too. But, honey, I swear to you, I understand now that no matter what I do, I cannot make up for the mothering, which Melinda cannot give you.
No, I'm sorry. She was ready to give plenty. She was looking forward to that, to all the years that we had missed, to make up for all the things that we haven't done. Okay, we were there. We were there. When I saw her, we were connected, and she had so much to tell me. But she couldn't, because the minute she got in this house, she started getting sick again.
And I know that was very painful for you. Honey, it was painful for all of us. But you see, Melinda isn't the only one who loves you. We are a family. We all love you. We are all connected.
God help us. Especially God help my mother. Save us all from your family feelings.
Your mother has been sick ever since she was a child. Yes, there have been times when she seemed as if she was coping, but somehow, inevitably, she always succumbed. And don't forget, we took her out of a safe, protected environment. We brought her here, and we subjected her to all this emotional pain.
Like what? Like me? No, she was subjected to you. She succumbed to you, Dorian, because you didn't give her medication.
That's cruel.
Yeah, that's cruel. That's cruel. You did it to my mother, and don't you tell me that you didn't. Don't try to cover up, and don't con me into thinking it was some kind of rebellion on her part. She was dependent on those drugs, and you knew it. You took those capsules, and you substituted sugar for the real stuff inside of them, and you made her feel crazier and crazier.
Why would I do such a terrible thing?
Maybe to shut her up? To stop her discussing the past? You did it when she was here, and you did it all the way back to California. I don't know, maybe you thought, if we all thought she was crazy enough, we all wouldn't believe her.
Oh, Kelly. My poor...
Get off me! Get off me! What are you trying to do? You're trying to convince me that I'm unstable, too?
This has been too much for all of us.
It has been too much, and it's unbelievable to me. How you could do something like this. If you could do this to your own sister, you are capable of anything. And don't think I'm the only one who thinks so.
Wait! Wait! Have you shared these horrendous suspicions with anybody else? Have you told Mel?
Okay, what do I do next?
Chop. Knives are over there in the top drawer.
How about I didn't invade your evening? I guess not calling was a little rude.
Well, I think we're past that now. Anyway, I had a yen for Zupa myself tonight. I just didn't know it until you pointed it out. Besides, I owe you.
You do?
Yes, I do. For putting up with my obnoxious obsession with Kelly last night at Rhodey's.
What else is new?
Are you really asking?
No, but go ahead.
Well, Kelly was with Kevin and Cassie at the carriage house, and I ended up showing up last night late.
So I gather it wasn't a positive experience?
It was for a while. But you know when sometimes you just lapse back into old behavior when you haven't seen someone? Not that kind of old behavior. I'm talking about, like, hanging out. You know, like watching late-night television.
Sharing infomercials, how cozy.
Oh, yes. Anyway, it was just sort of like old times.
Just watching TV? No conversation?
Well, that's where we got into trouble. Well, not trouble, just not what I wanted to hear.
Go on.
Kelly said that Ian was still very much a part of the picture. And she, expects to continue seeing him. Gee, I appreciate the empathy, but...
It's not empathy, dope. It's the onion.
Oh.
It's a serious onion.
Okay, well, you don't know the trick?
Well, my mother used to peel them with a large piece of bread in her mouth, but somehow that just didn't seem sociable.
Open up. Close. There. Lighten up, woman. It's only soup.
This is a very nice bottle. I'm sure it's not the only one that you have lying around.
No, it isn't. But I do have plans, and I'm really in a hurry.
Ian, please. Can't we just share one little bitty glass? Please, come on, join me.
All right, one glass.
Okay.
Oh.
You know, Ian, sometimes our creature comforts are all that we have. Oh, poor Max. He won't let anyone comfort him. So alone.
He's isolating himself, huh?
Well, actually, no, he's gone down to North Carolina to be with Luna's family. And Andy's going to meet him down there. In fact, I think he'll just lay low for a while. I don't know, but I can tell you right now that he definitely will pay you back as soon as he can.
Well, he must loathe being in debt to me. But, I'd gladly forgive the whole thing. Just I don't think he could tolerate the blow to his pride.
Well, what's pride when you have absolutely nothing? What I think is you need to just take everything one step at a time and go after something life-affirming.
Yeah.
All clear?
Oh, yes, all clear. Come on.
I am sorry I embarrassed you before, but the fact is, where my mother walks, there walks embarrassment.
Don't worry about it, okay? I trust you.
Just consider I wasn't there.
Actually, I'm very glad you're here right now. I'm glad to see you return from Ohio somewhat unscathed.
Actually, I'm plenty scathed. It's just inside and not outside.
Would you like to tell me about it?
Very much. But it's dark and heavy stuff, Vic. I don't want to burden you with it.
Well, in that case, make yourself comfortable, because I did ask.
Oh, thank you. Because I need your help. And I can trust you, too. I mean, you know Dorian as well or better than any other member of her family.
Probably, yeah.
Well, that's what I need. Perhaps you can help us shed some light on all of this. Cassie and I went to Canton as planned, and we met Dorian's nanny, Miss Charlotte Stonecliffe. Real piece of work, one of those straight-backed, tight-lipped matriarchs. And she was also Dorian's mother's nanny.
Whoa, she must be pretty old.
She's getting on, but she's sharp as a tack. She told us a long saga about the deaths of Dorian's parents. She even took us to see their graves. Something wasn't quite right.
And so?
And so, Cassie and I decided, well, we'll treat it like any other assignment. We started to dig. We looked through some old newspapers at the time, some records at City Hall. We even had a meeting with the undertaker in Ohio who claims to have buried Dr. and Mrs. Kramer. And it all led us to the same conclusion. We don't think they died in a plane crash.
You serious? Well, how did they die?
I don't know.
Well, this is so bizarre. What is going on there?
Clearly, Dorian's been carrying around a big, ugly secret for a very long time.
Do you think she knows this?
It's possible.
Now, that leads me to believe that you suspect she had something to do with her parents' death.
She was just a kid,
Come on, that's not an answer.
Mel, I need to speak to you. Right now.
I'm sorry. Excuse us, Vic?
Go ahead.
What?
I need to know what you think.
What about?
Kelly has just made the wildest, cruelest accusation. I need to know if you believe it. And if you do, I don't even know what...
No. Slow down. Calm down. All right? What accusation?
Kelly actually believes that somehow I tampered with Melinda's medication because I wanted to keep her quiet. My own niece believes such a thing about me. So what I want to know is this some kind of a theory that you all came up with together? I mean, does Cassie believe this? Do you?
We can't possibly discuss this here and now.
Mel, I need to know.
I want you to go to the houseboat.
You'll come with me, right?
I have a few things to finish up here.
I can't wait.
Yes, you can. It'll give you a chance to get a hold of yourself. It's just, I want you to go straight from here to the houseboat. When you get there, I want you to relax. I want you to take a shower, make yourself a cup of tea. Listen, whatever will calm you down.
You believe it, don't you?
Not here. Go to the boat. I'll be there soon.
Soon.
It's my imagination, or did this cabbage grow since I bought it?
I don't think so, but do you want me to get a food processor?
Absolutely not. They're wonderful inventions, but no outlet for one's hostilities.
You, Dorothy Hayes, have hostilities?
Even me, occasionally.
Wow.
Though I must admit, I do have my mother's temperament. Pretty calm, pretty even.
Pretty nice.
Actually, everyone in my family is capable of blowing up. Though it's true, I am usually the last.
Well, your dad seems fairly mellow.
As long as he's within his limits.
I like him a lot.
Said you two had a nice chat.
Well, he's very forthright. If he doesn't like something, he will definitely say it to your face, which I think is probably the exact thing that Dorian needs. Better than she deserves.
Speaking of hostilities, I know Daddy says Dorian has been really good to Kelly.
Well, that's true. Because of that, it's been very hard for Kelly to accept the fact that Dorian has a dark side. See, that's why I think it's so good that your dad and Dorian have a relationship, because your dad knows who she is and how she is and accepts the totality. Kelly can do that, she'd be a lot better off, because maybe she wouldn't always have these unrealistic expectations and get disappointed. Kelly has a lot of growing up to do. Something wrong?
We all have a lot of growing up to do, Joey. All our lives, even you.
Specifically?
You accept and understand, even if it kills you. You care and don't get much back. You offer yourself up and get clobbered. There are limits, and you don't do people favors by letting them stomp all over you.
You think I do that with Kelly? Or have I just reached the limit of you hearing about it?
Maybe both. You care so much about her. You worry about her feelings and her future.
Is that so bad?
It's not so bad. It's just that she takes what you give her, and all she gives back is the information that Mr. British billionaire is still in the running.
Look, I hurt Kelly, okay, very badly. And I understand why she doesn't want to just dive into things with me.
Fine. But how long can you understand and still keep your self-respect?
Well, what do you think I should do?
I don't know. Maybe you should tell her off. Maybe you should be a monk. Maybe you should see someone else.
Well, do you have anyone special in mind?
As attractive as that suggestion is, and it's attractive. No. I only have time for one quick glass of champagne.
Oh. Well, then you better drink up, because I'm going to change your mind. Come on, Ian. We've always had this, well, this very strong connection I felt since I've met you, and then when something tragic happened, I just automatically wanted to seek you out, but I had no idea that I wanted that kind of consolation.
No, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Oh, come on, how about let me just fill you up just a little bit, a little bit more champagne. Come on.
You have to be going, seriously.
I don't have anywhere to go, please. Nobody wants to find me.
But I am expecting company. Kelly.
When are you going to learn?
Hey, they say learning can be fun.
No, you were just... It is a waste of time. Look, I know from experience of what has happened to me lately that happiness is very fragile.
Well, I'm aware of that.
Are you? Then why are you wasting your time and money on someone who can't give you anything in return?
Oh, hold on, Blair. That is enough. Bad blood between you and Kelly, and it's based on the tragic accident. But it's also based, at least on your part, on an ugly competitiveness. And if you think that belittling Kelly makes you more attractive to me, then you are
think
wrong.
I'm belittling Kelly? No, Ian, I'm just telling you like it is. And I know that you're attracted to me. And what you're attracted to most is my out-and-out honesty. Okay. So you think Kelly doesn't want your money? No. She just has you jetting all over the place to go help her poor mother and to tear our family apart in the process.
Kelly never asked to use the plane.
Oh, I'm sure that she didn't. No. She just wept in your arms until you just suddenly came up with the idea, right? I mean, how do you let yourself be used like that?
How can you be so ungenerous and small-minded? Do you have any idea how painful the last few days have been for Kelly? Watching her mother just fall apart?
Oh, yeah. You're damn right I do, because I've been there.
You see, everything is a competition with you, Blair.
No, Ian. Everything is a battle. My whole life has been a battle for happiness. And yeah, when I see happiness within grabbing distance, yeah, I'm gonna grab it. You know, Kelly may have had a miserable childhood, but you know what? So did I. But it didn't turn me into some sniveling baby killer. It made me strong and determined to get what I want. And you know, Ian, I want you. And some whiny, sniveling little Kelly. It is not gonna stand in my way.
You certainly don't take no for an answer, do you?
No, I don't.
No, I didn't have any particular in mind, but there must be somebody in the wide world of single women who has similar interests.
Art, cooking, social action, bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping?
Hey, don't knock it till you tried it.
Well, I imagine somebody would be up to whatever challenge you might toss at her. Somebody passably attractive who would really enjoy your attention.
I don't know. I was thinking about asking the Madonna del Libro out, but I think she's a little too old for me.
Never stopped you before.
Easy. That was a low blow.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. You all right?
Years ago, Dorian built up a wall of secrecy around herself. Ever since then, she's been frantically trying to shore it up and patch it up, and now she's seeing it crumble anyway. She's terrified.
Unfortunately, at this point, she has absolutely no way of knowing that outside that wall is actually freedom.
I surely hope that's true. I mean, she's been through some hideous things in her childhood. That family must have been wildly unstable.
Well, I have always suspected she had a complex history. I mean, she is so desperate.
I mean, her sisters were so competitive. I mean, there must have been a real lack of love in that household. There was one occasion where Addie actually attacked Dorian with a pair of scissors. And another time, she locked her up in a well house for hours.
You're kidding. No wonder she's so claustrophobic.
How did you know that?
Well, I just know.
You aren't going to say any more?
Mel, I know an awful lot about Dorian. But I don't know any more about her secrets than you do. I mean, come on. She's not going to confide in me.
Yeah, but I have to find a way of telling her what we've learned. And frankly, it scares me, too.
I'm sure it does. A bit like opening a dam and trying not to drown in what comes out.
Yeah, I only hope she can trust me enough to let it all happen so I can help her deal with it when it's over.
She's pretty lucky you even want to do that.
If she had anything to do with her parents' death, or she's covering for someone else, she's going to need all the help she can get.
Mel, you are so noble and kind to want to do this, and I certainly admire your passion and devotion to Dorian.
Thank you, but
I have tried to warn you. She will guard her secrets like a lioness with her claws out. Not only that, she will guard other people's secrets. Believe me, I know from experience.
From what experience?
Not now. I have an appointment.
Well, this is the second time that you've been about to say something and then clammed up on me. I mean, you're becoming as cryptic as she is.
No, I don't mean to do that. It's a long story.
Oh, no. Come on, Skipper. Now I'm getting the runaround from you, too.
Attendants, bank tellers, and now, without lawyers, a new machine called Quick Court on World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Taste.
Oh, yes.
Close to your mother's avocado?
And closer, and I'd be crying in the soup.
Well, what, she used more onions?
Not from the onions. From... Sometimes I experience her in such a visceral way. It's like she's still in the room with me.
Well, maybe she is.
I'm not into the supernatural.
I'm not talking about a ghost. But you know, it's something like the sense of a person. They carry it around with them. And you experience it and carry it back with you. You follow me?
Yeah, I do.
The good thing is that part never dies. It's like, well, it becomes a part of your senses. Well, it's sleeping until someone wakes it up or something.
Like avocado.
Yeah. Of course, there is a bad side. And that is, well, it's kind of hard to feel it when they're gone. But I think it's a gift, too.
You're right. Thank you. Yeah, I've thought some of that. I just never had the nerve to mention it.
Look, I think I need to clarify something. Dorothy, I like you too much to mess with your head. It's like you say, I'm still very tied up emotionally with Kelly. And, I mean, believe me, if that wasn't the case, I'd have been banging at your door by now.
And then let me make something clear. When I said you might try going out with someone else, I wasn't suggesting me as a candidate. I like you too much to ruin a lovely friendship.
Yeah?
Yeah. What do we do with these eggs?
Give them to me. Get the soup.
so sorry that you showed up at such an awkward time.
I was invited. I'm sorry, did your first shift run over?
No, just wait. Let me explain.
You know what? I don't want to interrupt what you were doing.
No, we weren't doing anything.
Whatever, okay? I can't handle this right now.
Wait, Kelly. You don't have to handle anything. Blair is just leaving.
If you could do this to your own sister, you are capable of anything.
This is all your fault, and we're all very angry at you. We'll never forgive you. Never.
Stop it! Don't you listen. That is over now. This is now. Everything is, all right. What? Oh, my God. The generator must have gone out. Oh. Dear God, no. Door's jammed. Come on, open up. Open up. What? You're going up. No. 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 Oh, Mel, please. Please, Mel. Come back. Come back. Please. Mel.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.